Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. Got a lot of updates on a lot of games that I'm personally very much looking forward to. Halo the Master Chief Collection is probably my most anticipated game of the entire year. This has been a long time coming, and unfortunately, we've had to wait a little bit, but July's development update from 343 just came out, and they went over a lot of stuff that I found very interesting, so I want to highlight some of that. Monster Hunter World has been one of the most successful games on PC. If you go back to the Steam Summer Sale, I believe for the majority of the duration of the sale, MH World was on the top of the list, which is incredible to me, considering we had never gotten a Monster Hunter game on PC, and Monster Hunter wasn't this gigantic franchise prior to Monster Hunter World, but World just took the world by storm, and of course the expansion in Iceborne is on the way. Unfortunately, as a PC player, we're not going to get it right away, but we have details on when we can expect that. Alright, first up, Halo the Master Chief Collection. Man, we've had to wait a little bit for this one. I was hoping that I could really get into Halo Reach over my summer break, but unfortunately, that is not really the case because Halo Reach had its flight test. A lot of issues came with that, and they're gonna be doing more flight testing prior to the release of the game. The important details out of the development update, let's just go over that. The next PC flight's focus, they note that firefight matchmaking is the team's next core focus for flighting. The aptly dubbed Fireflight is still in development, and the team is working through bugs as they prepare for its arrival. The flight after that one is currently planned to be focused on PvP matchmaking. We don't have a date on when it'll drop, but we'll share more info as we get closer. So not only are they going to be doing the firefight flight testing, but they've also got the PvP matchmaking flight testing. I imagine that one of those would be happening later this month, the other one happening sometime in September. I don't know, because all of my estimations on when things were happening with MCC have been really off, and it seems like they're going really slow with this. Well, not necessarily slow, but they're taking their time in making this the best possible product, and I can understand from a 343 standpoint. Not only should you just generally take your time and make the best possible product, but do keep in mind that Master Chief Collection on Xbox One was an absolute nightmare, an absolute train wreck, and I'm sure they still feel really bad about that. And PC gamers, man, we are even more vicious and savage than console players. You give us a bad product and you are going to be hearing about it till the end of freaking time. It is just not pleasant when you release a half-ass product on PC, so I can understand from that standpoint there's really double the reason on why they're taking their time. They also noted legacy migration of Halo maps and game types from the 360 versions to future MCC, Xbox, and PC versions. If you have old maps, make sure they're uploaded so you can play them on PC. The first copy for Forge game type is going to start on August 12th, where a one-time copy of the game types that you have uploaded to your file share will be grabbed in preparation for your access in MCC later. We will be grabbing maps to make the great journey into MCC. This copy will occur for every Xbox Live account with game types and maps on its file share account. Content saved locally will not be transferred. And also, I want to know one last thing that the Halo site did note. The game's devs say that they're happy to accommodate modding. Quote, "We are in full support of modding these titles if done compliantly and with a purchase copy once released. Even if we do not address areas the community wants to see change, we encourage the modding community to update the games the way you see fit to play with your friends." They also acknowledge that this is something the Halo community has done for a long time, and there should be no reason to stop. And they also noted for MCC PC, we will be utilizing an industry-leading anti-cheat solution that will be used to protect match-made games played on dedicated servers. We are doing this in order to allow modded content to be used by the community for other game modes that they would like to customize. Obviously, modded content inside of competitive play, that's just not going to be okay, but outside of that, if you do want to mod the game, it looks like 343 is completely on board with that, so I think modding is going to be incredible in this game. Really excited to see what people come up with when the entirety of MCC comes out and what people manage to do with that. Forge already lends itself to a lot of replayability, but you couple that with mods, that is going to be pretty cool to get into. Alright, so that's all of the information on MCC. Hopefully we see the release of a couple of these titles before the end of the year. I imagine at earliest we'll be getting Halo Reach in October, and I say that because usually Microsoft doesn't release two major exclusives in the same month. Gears of War 5 is obviously coming in September. You would want to space out the release of these games so it entices people to say subscribe to Xbox Game Pass. You have to think about it from a business perspective as well, and that's where I'm coming at it from that. But honestly speaking, I wouldn't be all too surprised if Halo Reach does come out, say, sometime in November. I think it's absolutely paramount that you do get out Halo Reach prior to the holiday season or prior to the Steam Winter Sale, because even if it doesn't see a massive discount, if it's just like 10% off with all of those people getting Steam gift cards, getting gaming PCs, Halo Reach is going to be one of those games that they want to get right away and you would want the game out prior to the winter sale, but obviously they're gonna take their time and make the best product possible. Alright, moving on from that, Monster Hunter World has been one of the most successful games on PC. The next expansion, and really the only expansion the game is gonna see, is Monster Hunter World Iceborne. It's coming out in September for consoles. Unfortunately, it was noted from the get-go that we are going to have to wait a little bit to get this version on PC, so that's a little bit of a bummer given that we had to wait 7 months for the base game to come over to PC. Now we gotta wait a little bit longer for the PC version of Iceborne, but nonetheless, the Steam page for Monster Hunter World Iceborne is out, and it does note a January 2020 release window. Now, is that release window going to stick? I don't know, but January 2020 does seem to be in line when they were talking about early 2020 for Iceborne to come, and Iceborne was noted to be the only major expansion that Monster Hunter World is going to see, so there's not going to be some other expansion that's also going to be a $40 investment or whatever the case may be. It looks like they're doing this, and then they're going to move on to another game. They're probably going to continue to release updates and whatnot, but in terms of major content drops, Iceborne is going to be that, because Iceborne is going to add a sizable amount of stuff to do. There was talk that this is going to be near as big as Monster Hunter World, the base game, and that's an enormous amount of content. I know people and friends that are playing Monster Hunter World regularly. They're putting like 50 hours a week on it. It's actually absurd how much people are playing Monster Hunter World and how long they're playing it. From a content standpoint, this is one of the best investments you can make, and you just get so much bang for your buck that, yes, I'm not a big fan of DLC expansions, whatever the case may be, but in this case, Capcom has done a tremendous job in keeping Monster Hunter World updated. They've done so much for the community. Even though that the game wasn't the best from the get-go, at this point, it is incredible, and the Steam user reviews really reflect that, because if you look at the reviews, I believe it's like mostly positive all-time reviews, but then you look at the reviews that have been posted in the last 30 days, and it is overwhelmingly positive, so that kind of goes to show that they've remedied all of the issues. But nonetheless, Monster Hunter World Iceborne expansion is going to be huge, a diverse locale rich with endemic life, numerous monsters that prey on each other and get into turf wars, a new hunting experience making use of the densely packed environment. Monster Hunter World, the game that brought you a new style of hunting action, is about to get even bigger with the massive Monster Hunter World Iceborne expansion. All 14 weapon types have new moves and combos. Each weapon has more unique actions than ever before. Every weapon now lets you use the Clutch Claw, a new function of the Slinger, to grapple onto monsters. You'll drain your stamina while clinging onto monsters, but it opens up various new ways of controlling their movement. Master rank is being included, so that's something people really wanted. That's a new quest difficulty on top of low rank and high rank. There is now a new quest difficulty called Master Rank. Master Rank quests will become available once you purchase the Iceborne expansion. You'll be able to earn new materials and fight even stronger monsters on these quests. And of course, an entirely new region, a snowy region, and that's going to add a brand new layer of gameplay, and a lot of the environmental elements are going to directly impact gameplay as well, so that's really cool. I haven't spent nearly as much time with Monster Hunter World as some of my other friends. I know people, again, 200 hours, 300 hours, 400 hours, 500 hours, they just cannot stop playing this game. It's actually a little bit obscene how much people have gotten into this game, because if you look at the history of Monster Hunter, it was a niche franchise. It was relegated to a lot of Nintendo platforms, a lot of portable platforms like the 3DS, PSP, and the games were really good and you could invest a lot of time, but then Monster Hunter World dropping on Xbox One and PlayStation 4, and then later on to PC, it has just absolutely exploded in popularity. And I don't think anyone really saw this coming. Like, Capcom was probably like, man, we got a winner with Monster Hunter World, and we took a franchise that for so long was a niche franchise and somehow and really transcended it and made it a mainstream icon in terms of gaming. That's pretty incredible. You usually don't see that. You'll see games that kick off and they're huge from the get-go, like a PUBG or a Fortnite or all of these other games, but very few games start off as relatively niche IPs and then they just explode out of nowhere with just one game release. That's kind of what happened with Monster Hunter, and I find that still to be rather incredible. But nonetheless, Iceborne coming in 2020, add it to your wish list now if you are interested. It's gonna be $40, and I imagine that we are gonna get a complete edition or whatever released on PC as well. They're releasing that on consoles. That's $60. If you do want to play the base game, I did see Green Man Gaming has it a part of their sale for $27 right now, so not a bad buy there. And I believe during the summer sale, Steam had it for $30, so maybe they'll have it priced down there sometime soon as well. And that's gonna conclude this video. Again, wanted to give you guys the update on Master Chief Collection. Looks like we're still a ways away from the release of that, given that they're gonna have 2 more flight tests and they're really working on getting the game to be as good as possible. Monster Hunter World Iceborne, unfortunately, gotta wait a little bit to play that on PC as well. January 2020 looks to be the window, but best that they do take their time with that and it turns out to be really good on PC. That's gonna wrap up this video. If you guys have a request for a future video, you can leave that in the comments section down below, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.